cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut.
Today's episode is brought to you by ETB Games. ETB Games is, of course, our locals in Alexandria, Louisiana. They are our one-stop shop for all of our card game needs. They have singles and sealed product for the games that you love, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Pokemon. Of course, you can also find the accessories that you need, such as sleeves, binders, playmats, and more. And if you're into D&D, well, they have all of your D&D figurines, the paint for the figurines, dice, books, and anything that you would need to play. So be sure to check out ETB Games. There's a link in the description down below. And now, back to today's episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome into today's episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. My name is Sunny. I'm here with my co-host, Caleb.
Hello.
And I just realized we didn't turn on any background music. Hand me the remote so we can turn on background music.
Fair.
I gotta have that background music. Anyway, so of course we want to start today's episode by thanking all of our wonderful sponsors. So of course we want to take a moment to thank, of course, Gem Accessories, as well as, of course, Steelfox Games, Millennium Threads, and ETB Games for their continued support of the podcast. Of course, we want to thank all of our wonderful, wonderful patrons for their support. And of course, the number one way that you can show your support for the podcast is, of course, by either, if you're on YouTube, going ahead and subscribing or commenting about whatever we're talking about today and letting us know how you feel about it. Or if you are on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or various platforms, go ahead and give us a follow. And of course, most importantly, if you have a friend that you also know likes podcasts, share it with them. That is the number one way to support the channel. So with that said, let's go ahead and get on into today's main topic. So we, over the weekend, went to the Fort Worth Regional in Fort Worth, Texas, or Dallas, Texas. And we definitely attended the event.
Yeah, we were there.
We were definitely there. So let's start the story off early because we both know this is like an entire story.
Oh, boy. Even before we get there.
Before we leave. So, for those that don't know, because we do have some newer listeners, we both work full-time. And as much as this is a passion project for us,
it is also another full-time job just about.
Right. So, we can't, Caleb at least knows when his hours are. I don't.
Yeah. My
job as a UPS driver starts at either 9 or 9:30 in the morning, depending on the day of the week, and goes until my truck is empty. And then sometimes after my truck gets empty, they say, here's more work. Go empty it again.
Yep.
Now, this has good days when I get in right around 8 hours of work, or it has bad days. And Friday was a bad day. So because of nature, life, Good Friday as a UPS driver, at least in my building, always sucks because everybody calls into work because everybody wants to spend Good Friday with their families. They go to crawfish boils and barbecues and things like that.
Yeah, this, that, and the other.
Which I respect. But in a UPS delivery center that only has 30 drivers, when 11 are gone, it's rough.
Because then those, however many drivers are
19
left.
or 20, yeah.
Yeah, like the 20-something drivers are left have to do the work of all of them.
Yeah. So that was less than ideal. I went in I got to work around 8:45 Monday or Friday. I got to work at around 8:45. I get there kind of early so that I can go through my car, make sure I don't have any misloads, line up all my packages. Clocked in at 9:30. Clocked out at 11:15 p.m. So I worked just about a 14-hour shift. And throughout the course of that 14-hour shift, I was like trying to figure out what I'm going to play for Dallas and figure out my list and this, that, and the other. Coordinate with you, make sure we're still good to go. And then I get home from work. I have to shower. I have to pack.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get all this stuff. I have to get ready to go. Because when I fall asleep at 1:30 in the morning, my alarm goes off 2 hours later.
Yep.
And you, thank goodness, called me to double check and make sure I was awake.
Yeah, right when I got up.
Right. So,
Which I got, because I ended up having to go to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I thought you went to bed at 1.
2.
You told me it was 1.
No. I said, no, I'm in the same boat.
Oh, I just thought you went to bed at 1 because I said I had 2 hours of sleep and you said me too.
Yeah, but no. I went to bed at like 2, got up at 3. The worst part, I laid down at like 10, 11.
Jeez. Well, no, I know when I was at work at 10 o'clock, we were still on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't print out a deck list until you texted me when I was on my way home. You're like, okay, I'm printing out my deck list. It was like 11:30.
Yeah. Like after that, I just went and laid down immediately after that.
Oh, yeah. You did say after that you were going to lay down. You just couldn't get to sleep?
So right as I was fine, because it takes me a while to start kind of drift off and then finally fall asleep. Right as I was about to fall asleep, some stuff happened that I don't feel like talking about on the podcast.
Sure.
And I ended up not being able to actually go to sleep until about 2 a.m.
Oof.
So I got a power nap, woke up an hour later, hopped out of bed, called you,
Yeah, thank goodness you did.
got dressed.
My alarm was not doing it.
Yeah. It was my second alarm that woke me up, not my first one.
Yeah.
Got dressed, left.
Yeah, I showered, got cleaned up and everything.
Had a little quick bite to eat as well.
Better than me. I think you said you made eggs?
No, I had soup.
Oh, that's what it was. Soup.
Yeah. It was leftover soup.
Yeah. Listen, I'm of the opinion that if it's not like my phone might change over at midnight, but to me, the new day doesn't start until 4 o'clock. Anything before 4 o'clock is still yesterday. So
For me, the day changes over after I've woken up.
right. Well, so what I'm saying is you didn't have breakfast. You had a very late dinner. So I wake up at 3:30. Luckily, I'd taken time the night before to pack all my bag.
Yeah.
The only thing I had to do was I had let the battery on the camera charge.
Yeah.
So I had to pull the camera battery, go ahead and put it in the camera and load that up and everything. And then you get here about that time. Luckily, all my other stuff is packed. We get out, we get on the road, and we're cruising along. We get out here right just like 4:05, 4:10?
At the latest.
4 o'clock in the morning. We're on 2 hours of sleep.
Yep.
And we drive all the way there.
Mm-hmm.
We stop once at Buc-ee's,
Yep.
just outside of Fort Worth.
Get some burritos.
Yeah. You got these giant. What they call it? Beast burritos.
Yeah, beef burrito. It had like
Everything.
bacon, sausage, egg, but everything you would put in a breakfast burrito, they had it in there,
Except onions,
except onion and bell pepper.
which I'm fine with no bell pepper because to me bell pepper is like extra strong, but I would have liked onions. Anyway, so and the burritos are like bigger than any fast food burrito by far.
They were also kind of short though. Is the thing. They were big around, but they were short.
Yeah. I would say that they were probably like
They're almost
like that.
Shorter than that.
No. They were like this.
It was almost.
Because it was a full hand grip, and I have big hands.
It was yeah. It was almost as if they took like 2 Taco Bell burritos and then like phased half of them into each other.
Yeah, and then took and wrapped like 3 more around it. I mean, the burrito was this big around.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about like the big Taco Bell burrito.
There is no such thing as a big Taco Bell burrito.
Yeah, they don't. Well,
You go to a Mexican restaurant and get a big burrito, but
it was almost like a burrito you'd get at a Mexican restaurant,
just shorter.
just short,
Yeah.
compacted.
And I did not know they were $8 a piece. So I got 2 of them,
Yeah,
and they were $8 a piece.
yeah. They were
And
good though.
And I also it didn't register to me how big and filling they were going to be. And so I ate one, and I was like, ooh, this is too much. I ate the other one for lunch.
Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, because it was still hot in the car. So when we got back out in the car, they were warm.
And don't judge me for that because car food is fine until the next day.
As long as there's no dairy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And there was very, very small amounts of cheese in that burrito.
Oh, yeah. So,
Honestly, they could have used more cheese. Anyway.
a lot more cheese.
So we get food. We get there. We register.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, we rolled up about 8:30, 8:40.
So we had time.
Register, stand in. We both have to write out deck lists because we're stupid and didn't print out the right deck lists. So we write out our deck lists. We get everything done. And thank goodness we got there early because Buddy Boy, at 10 o'clock, they still had a line
Out
from
the door.
Yep, from the stage all the way around to the door. And at 10 o'clock, they said, duelists.
We've reached capacity.
So everyone standing in line will not be able to play.
That dude did not sugarcoat it. He just went, that's it, we're done.
Yeah, you are welcome to participate in the
Sorry.
side events that we have today, but
sorry.
this is it. Yeah. So they capped the event at 500 players.
Mhm.
There were 9 rounds of Swiss and 64 invites. The goal was Caleb gets his invite.
Yep.
That did not happen.
Yeah.
Caleb wanted an invite, and I wanted to get my deck box.
Yeah.
Neither of those things happened.
Yeah. Still had fun though.
Yeah.
Met some cool people.
Yeah, for sure. If you met us at the regional, what's up? We appreciate you because we did meet a handful of people.
Mhm.
We got to. Ooh, I want to show off the card that I picked up. Can I show off the card that I picked up?
Sure.
You start telling about your rounds, and I'm gonna get it because it's in my bag.
Okay, sure. So my round 1 was against Hero. I lose the die roll. Yeah, Hero. I lose the die roll. He presents a board, and I'm staring at like, this board isn't that bad. It's like an absolute 0, a dark, one of the darks I left on board, and like a set back row, and they pass. I'm like, I got this. Normal summon blue tang activate effect. He goes, Marincess.
Okay.
Pause it real quick so we can show off his card.
Okay, I don't know that the camera's gonna focus on it, but I'm gonna try.
Gonna try, yeah.
I spent my sorrows away. Focus.
It's not one. He keeps trying to focus on you. This is so scuffed. It's so funny. Yeah, it's an Ulti Thestalos, the Firestorm. Yeah, first dead. Anyway, so I normal summon Blue Tang, activate effect. He goes, Marincess, cool. Imperm, chain, mask change, and a Dark Law.
Ew.
And I'm like, huh.
I don't know if they heard on the camera, I spent my horrible regional sorrows away.
Yeah. And then I just kind of looked at my hand of all engine. So he went full board uninterrupted and went, nah, game 2. Won't even gonna bother. Game 2, I go first, and I just go full board pass. And he looks at his hand and goes, huh. Game 3.
Oh no.
So he starts, and and I have stuff I can do.
Okay.
And
Like when you say stuff you can do, you mean like
I had Imperm, Valor.
okay.
And
That's something.
And he goes, and he looks at his hand and goes, oh no.
Oh.
He does some stuff. I stop him from really doing a whole lot. He ends up summoning Aqua Dolphin. Aqua Dolphin effects fires off, and I'm like, I'm going to lose Valor here, no matter what I do.
Sure.
So I'm just going to go ahead and Valor it. Because I'm going to lose Valor no matter what. So he ends up with like 2 heroes on board, and then he sets 2 back. He did not get a single search off.
Not okay, nothing.
Well, he got a Strato search, and that's it.
Okay.
And he sets 2 back row and passes. And I go, cool. Draw. Standby. He flips mash change and changes one of his darks back into Dark Law.
Okay.
And I go, Gamma Seal.
I mean, that's the way to get rid of the Dark Law.
And I'm like, all right. And I normal summon Blue Tang, activate effect. He's like, sure. And it's all I got. I got a 1-card combo going. I'm going, and I make Anemone. He goes, on Anemone summon. Does its effect activate on summon? I was like, no, it does not. You have something to activate here. He goes, yes, I do. Super Poly.
Yeah.
And Super Poly's away his Mally and my Anemone into Ab-Zero.
Oh.
I have no way to continue.
That's rough.
Yeah. He just hard open, mash change, and Super Poly.
I mean, Super Poly is a heck of a card.
Yeah, what do you do?
So, okay, so round
So I
one-
lose.
Okay, round 1, I have a good one too. Round 1, I played against ninjas. Caleb, have you read all of the ninja cards?
I've played against ninjas before.
How'd you do?
I beat him.
I didn't. So
Gamaseal's a heck of a card.
I played against ninjas. It was brutal. Game 1 was 18 minutes. Game 2 was 19 minutes. And we went into game 3. I went first game 3. And I went board as fast as physically possible. He proceeded to go. He makes like 4 or 5 plays, passes to me.
Mm-hmm.
I play a little bit. And I play a little bit, keep it going as best I can. And I look up. He has No, wait. Did I go first? Yeah, I went first because he basically Was I just bricked? Or did he go first?
You might have been bricked.
Now that I think about it, I think he went first because I think he normal summoned Hanzo.
Oh.
And I just Veilered it, and he just set 4 and passed.
Jeez.
Right. Which is not necessarily like a normal thing for that deck.
Yeah, no.
So he sets 4, he passes. It gets to my turn with like about a minute, maybe less.
Uh-huh.
And I go, okay, well, I know he's running Imperm. There's probably an Imperm or 2, maybe possibly 2 back there. You know, probably some kind of some ninjutsu arts.
Yeah.
So I go Special Vishuda, Link 1 off, Link Vishuda away, make Monk, activate Vishuda, bounce Hanzo, and then I normal summon Mo Yi, activate effect, and I get Imperm. I look up at the clock, and there's like 5 seconds left. I'm like, battle phase. Sure. Okay. Time gets called. And I go, attack with Mo Yi. Or I say attack with Mo Yi or... No, I think I attacked with, what you call it?
Taya?
Monk.
Okay, yeah.
I attacked with one of them. It doesn't matter which.
Yeah, you were going for a direct attack. Because your time's called, you're in your battle phase. You just gotta do life point damage and you win.
He activated this ninja trap card.
Oh no, is it the one that lets him just fusion summon?
No, he activated a ninja trap card that summons like he like discards Hanzo or like destroys it out of his hand or field or something like. I don't know. It was weird. And he can summon ninja monsters whose combined levels equal the level
one
from his deck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
that
he summoned 3 monsters from his deck.
A level 1, a level 1, and a level 2.
Right. So I'm just looking. I'm like, well,
All in defense mode.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
And then he activated one of them to fusion to make a bigger guy. I'm just like, dude. So he ended up in a draw. I had other plays I could have made in main phase, but
it's
like
like
I was out of time and I needed to go to battle.
Yeah. Like had you had like another 30 seconds, you probably would have won there, no matter what.
I don't know, honestly. I would have had to think about lines to play into 4 back row.
That's fair.
So, but regardless, game 3, we went in with like almost no time left.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
It was a tie. All right, round 2.
Okay. My round 2 was against DDD.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And DDD. I lose the die roll again, and he goes full board up to his negate. He has one negate and a back row. I go, cool, drop return. Gamma Seal.
Nice.
Gamma Seal was MVP all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hilariously so. And I'm like, and I just go full board, beat over my own Gamma Seal, and he has no cards in hand, one back row. Pass. And he's looking at it and goes, game 2.
Yeah.
Because I
Just
dropped...
like in this like resigned voice, just game 2.
Yeah, because during his standby, he was also running the contracts. He was going to take like 3,000 damage from his contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 2,600 life points left or something.
Yeah.
So he was just going to die. The game was over. Me passing was me reducing his life points to 0 because then he'll take 3,000.
Yeah.
So game 2, he's sitting there going. And I just go, and he ends up with 2 of the level 5 fusion.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, right here. He's like, don't do it. Please don't. I'm like, Nibiru.
Oof.
He's like, no. So I go full board, and I bounce the token with Argo Aquanaut.
Mm-hmm.
Game.
Okay.
Via me being able to make Bahamut Toad, so Bahamut Direct, Toad Direct, Aquanaut Direct for game. Because that's like 2-4, and then 4,000 from Argonaut. So
Yeah.
I got him.
Round 2, I played against Natchitoches Runic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Game 1, I got advantage out of the game.
As you do.
Yeah. Game 1, I won game 1.
Oh.
Game 2, I made a misplay and got advantage out of the game.
As it happens.
Basically, I had a situation where my hand is basically like Moyi, Longyan, Taya, and a name.
Okay.
And I had him under anti-magic arrows.
Oh.
Yeah, I went second, and I anti-magic arrowed him.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I guess. And I went to the main phase 2, and what I should have done was use the I normal summon Moyi.
Mm-hmm.
And I did Moyi, reveal Longyan, summon Chi 1, Moyi 2, and I searched. The goal was to discard the Sword Soul Sacred Summit
Mm-hmm.
to discard Taya with Longyan, but use Chi to search Sacred Summit, right? So that way I can use Sacred Summit to bring back Taya.
Yeah.
But I've put myself under anti-magic arrows.
So you can activate.
I can't activate Summit, right? So what I ended up doing was just do Baron pop Fountain, and then Hugin saved Fountain.
Yeah.
And so I lost game 2 because after that I just lost.
Yeah.
Game 3, I ended up. Game 3, I went board. I had to use a Shuna in my combo.
Mm-hmm.
So my board was Cheng Ying with Chi Xiao Blackout.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think it was going to be that bad because having Cheng Ying is pretty solid when I can use Blackout to pop 2 and then use Cheng Ying to banish the Fountain and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a Chi Xiao for the Hugin, and I've got things I can definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
But and I had a Solemn Judgment because I sided it in with we had 11 minutes left going into game 3. So I sided in Solemn Judgment. No, I didn't have Blackout. I just had Solemn Judgment.
Mm-hmm.
But I still figured it was enough. I figured Judgment, Chi Xiao, Cheng Ying is enough.
Yeah.
Well, he goes standby main, battle evenly, and I said, okay, well, at least I had the Solemn Judgment.
Yeah.
And he had a second evenly.
Oh, no.
And then I'm down 4,000 life against Runic Stun with 1 card. And I'm like, okay, this is over,
Yeah.
I'll play it for a few turns to see if I can squeak something out, but because there's no reason not to, but like, this is over.
Yeah, there's really not much you can do there.
Nothing. So round 3, I'm just going to say my round 3 really quick because there's so little to talk about here.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
My round 3, I played against Trickstar.
Oh, but
Like, Trickstar.
okay.
Game 1, all I saw was a single Fenrir, and I beat it. And I said, okay, maybe it's cash.
Yeah.
So I sided in 3 Curry Caras because I was going second. And then he did a bunch of Trickstar stuff.
Oh, no.
And then he burned me a bunch.
Oh, no.
And then he did Reincarnation Droll.
No.
Do you know how that works?
Yeah,
Because we were not in the game when this was a thing.
So, doesn't Trickstar Reincarnation, like, make... I think it... Doesn't it, like, make you, the opponent, draw cards too? And then he can just droll you afterward?
So, Trickstar Reincarnation says that you discard your whole hand and draw that many cards.
Yeah, and then afterward, he drolls you.
But if you're under Droll, you just discard your whole hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so what he did is that he waited for you to add something to hand, droll.
And then he activates Reincarnation. And then he activates Droll.
Oh, no, you'd have to... You'd have
No.
to
Activate Reincarnation.
chain droll.
Chain Droll. Because it's like, I activate...
My brain is was under the assumption that droll goes whatever reason on the same chain as the search. I don't know why.
No,
It's
it
late, I'm
triggers in
tired.
resolution.
Yeah, it's late and I'm tired. It's
Right.
it's like Tori where as long as it happened, it can activate any point in that chain.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so you just discard your whole hand and you're...
yeah. So it's Chainlink 1, Reincarnation, Chainlink 2, Droll. And game 2, he gets me. I start my turn with Desires.
Okay.
So I have 7 cards in my hand and 10 cards banish. So half my deck is gone.
Yeah.
And he gets me with it.
Again?
And then game 3, he gets me with it again. So I won game 1. He gets me with it game 2.
And then get you again game 3.
And gets me again game 3.
Wow,
And
that-
almost the same way. I activated Emergence.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. Game 3, it was literally... if I'm not mistaken, he even lead me and then just did that, like set it all up. And then I had like 2 or 3 cards in my hand and I activated Emergence and he did it again. And it's just no cards on field. It's like, pfft,
Yeah.
good game, brother.
My
This
round...
was fun.
Yeah, my round 3 is up against Kishtira.
Okay, so you played a real deck. That's cool.
Yeah. My opening hand was all gas and a nib.
Okay.
So I go, if he Rise Heart passes, I lose.
You know, instead of Smashy Rock, that's Gassy Rock.
Yeah. Like,
Acid Nib.
yeah, like literally if he just Rise Heart passes, I win.
Yeah.
And he goes, normal summon unicorn. Effect. Search birth.
Okay.
Special Fenrir. He just had the Fenrir in hand. Effect. Search is the level 4 one. Normal summons level 4, uses his effect. I'm like, cool. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And I check it. Okay, it's banished face down. So at this one, I don't know if he's just going to Rise Heart pass.
Yeah.
And banishes him face down. He goes, cool. Rise Heart pass. And I go, better draw an Imperm. More gas.
Yeah.
My hand is like Spring Girl, Blue Tang, Pascalis. The issue is I don't have a way to handle the Arise Heart. Meaning, as soon as if I normal summon and then link 1,
Sure.
he can just immediately banish my link because
Yeah.
whatever I normal summon just get banished, then banish steal it. I'm done.
Right.
And so I make the prerogative to just kind of go, without doing anything, let's go to game 2.
Sure. Don't reveal.
Don't reveal anything. He's like, oh no. And he says like 8 cards.
Oh, yeah, because he has no idea. All he knows is that he's going second.
Yeah. So I open Imperm, goes in Pascalis, Blue
Okay.
Tang. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Or no, that's a different game. This game I opened Imperm, goes in Sea Nettle, Dive, and I don't remember what my 5th card was. Basically, it was unplayable. It was unplayable. Last card was Gamma Seal. Unplayable.
Sure.
I send Imperm, set goes in, pass. He begins by Special Unicorn. I go, goes in. He goes, oh. enter battle, affect a unicorn to peek at your extra deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm going to need this Emporium later. If I top deck a name, I can play. Unfortunately, I do not draw. So, unfortunately, I didn't draw a name. But he activates Unicorn. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna let him do it. He gets to look at my extra deck, and he looks and sees I'm a Rencess. He goes, "Oh, that explains the Gozen match. Okay, I don't know what to banish here." He ends up banishing one of my blue slugs.
Okay.
Solid choice, but
For sure.
But I have 2 of them.
By the way, I did not know that ultra rare blue slugs were so expensive.
Yeah,
They're like $8 or $9.
it's the highest rarity.
Still.
So he swings for 25 damage, passes. Because he's locked into wind.
Yeah.
Draw for turn.
I don't think secret rare chi shows are $8.
And I draw into like a Veiler. And I'm like, pass. He goes, I literally can't play.
They are not. You get a secret rare chi show cheaper. That's crazy.
Yeah. He goes, draw, standby, main, battle, effect. I'm like, I can't let him banish both my blue slugs. Imperm. He goes, all right, cool. Swing for 25 again. So I'm at 3K. I'm at 3K. Pass. Draw. I finally get a name. I'm in the game. Problem. It's Sleepy Maiden.
Worst one.
Worst one. She's level 5. Can't normal summon her. Crap.
Oof.
So I set the Sea Nettle. Pass.
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best. He enters battle. I fan it out. And he goes to banish Aquanaut. Not my other blue slug.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh. Interesting. I can still play.
Okay.
I can still play. And we're going back and forth like this for a while. And finally, I get a name. It's Pascalis. But I have Dive. Normal Summon Pascalis. Link 1. I link climb into Marbled Rock. And that's about as far as I can extend is into Marbled Rock. And I'm like... And I have a Marincess in hand. So I can stop the battle phase, at least. Stop the battle phase. I can keep him from just crashing to unlock himself from wins.
Sure.
And he enters battle. Or well, he'll still crash, but I won't lose my Marble Drop, he'll lose his Unicorn. He does it. Whatever. And then he goes... And then we're just kind of grinding back and forth. It's a long, complicated game, but it was fun. And eventually gets down to I have an Anemone with 3 equips off of Battle Ocean. And he's back on Unicorn again because of Birth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, he's got 1 card in hand. 1.
Yeah.
I have no cards in hand, and I know that card is a second Birth. Because he searched it. I know what it is. At this point, I think I'm safe to just swing.
Yeah.
I swing over Unicorn, pass. He draws. Normal summon Fenrir.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Birth. I'm like, oh no. Effects, search Fenrir. Special Fenrir. Effects, search Scareclaw. Special Scareclaw.
Mm-hmm.
Enter battle. And I'm like... Veiler, that one, before the end of main. He goes, okay, cool. Attempt to enter battle again. You're good. Attack with the one that wasn't Veilered. Wave. He goes, oh. I take damage. Pass. I go, cool. Draw. Effect. Get back. Wave. Pass. And then at this point, it's just, I'm waving him every single turn as he's attempting to get Fenrir's off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's... eventually, though... I don't remember exactly what he does, but he forces me to wave in a bad spot, and then chains. I don't remember exactly what he did, but he I activated wave. He chained something to wave, and it got rid of my Anemone.
Yeah.
So from there, he had lethal. Very good game, very good back and forth. But that was my round 3.
What about your round 4?
My round 4 was Sprite. So game 1, I opened no hand traps.
Okay.
I have a Gamma Seal. He goes full board, but he messes up his combo, I think, because he ends on Gigant, Sprint, Pass. Or no. I had an Imperm, and I Impermed his Gigant, and he couldn't do anything. So he made Sprint Pass. He had Sprint Gigant. Drew for turn, Gamma Sealed Sprint. Climbed up, and I was looking at my hand, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I see the line to an OTK here. And I climb up into Zelantis. Or no. Yeah, I climb up into Zelantis. I normal summon Pascal, special Blue Tang. He Book of Eclipses them both. Spring Girl and I just go off, do my thing. Climb up into Zelantis. Effect is Zelantis. And I'm waterlocked. Effect is Zelantis. And I explained to him the weird thing with Zelantis and being waterlocked. And also Gamma Seal.
Sure.
And I put my new monsters on board. Gamma Seal, Blue Tang, Pascalis, and Zelantis. And he's like, well, you don't have game. I was like, I actually do. Make Bahamut, effective Bahamut, Toad. 2, 4, 6, 8. Boom, get him game 1. Game 2, he goes full board again. And it's back and forth again. And then I lose in time, unfortunately. So it's a draw.
That's rough.
Yeah, so it ends up a draw. That was my one draw all day with Sprite Melfi.
Yeah. So my round 4 was against a literal child.
Yes.
He's a very nice kid.
Mm-hmm.
He was there with his dad. His dad was playing on the other side of the room, and he was playing where I was with a 0-2-1 record.
Yeah.
The kid was very nice. He was playing an Eldritch Shadow pile thing.
I mean, it's a cool deck.
60 cards,
Yeah.
wrong size sleeves.
Mm.
It was something, but it was very nice.
Yeah.
So that was my only win of the day, though.
Yeah. My round 5 was also your round 5.
Yeah.
We played against each other in round 5.
Yeah.
And I just drew the Turbo Nuts and 2-0'd him before the match slips got passed around in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was tragic.
Yeah. I don't fully remember what happened in game 1. Do you?
No, I'll be honest. I think you just
Made board pass and you couldn't break it.
I won the die roll
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
because it was the only die roll I won all day.
Yeah. I didn't win a single die roll all day.
I think you just evenly'd me.
Yeah,
Like evenly Gamma Seal Imperm.
No, that was game 2.
Oh yeah. So I'm sorry. Game 1 you just had evenly Gamma Seal. Game 2 you had all 3.
Yeah. And
Literally by the time match slips got there, it was over.
yeah,
Which they got there like what
10
minutes in,
Yeah,
maybe.
it'd be what it'd be.
Yeah.
Or no. Game 1 No. That was it. Yeah. I keep thinking I drolled you. I was like, no, I drolled my round 6, which was Math Mech. Because I was mating droll. Game 1, he like normal summon, did a search, and I went droll. He goes, oh. Pass. Cool. I do my thing. Game 2, I don't fully remember, but it came down to, can he stick a Math Mech name? If he can stick a Math Mech name, he's got it.
Yeah.
And, or no, that's not what happened. That was part of game 1, and he couldn't stick it. No, he did stick it eventually and win. Game 2, he went full board with like IP Masquerena, Link Disciple, I think. No, Update Jammer. No. It was Masquerena, a Link 2, and a Link 1 monster.
Yeah.
Or not a Link 1 monster, and like some other monster, and a set Super Factorial.
Yeah.
I go stand by main, battle. Before end of main, he activated a Super Factorial, made the Xyz effect to try and snipe it, and he whiffed.
Oof.
And I go, attempt battle? He goes, before end of main, it makes an Appaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
Like a 3-negate Appo. I go, cool. And he looks at me and goes, no, you didn't have, you had an imperm, not an evenly. I was like, and I just kind of stared at him. Just this look of, I took this one card. I was being very dramatic because we had time.
Yeah.
And I went, normal summon blue slug activate effect. He's like, oh, thank God. Negate.
Yeah.
With Valor. I'm like, oh. Oh, before I do that, though, I Gamma Sealed his Math Mech Xyz.
Yeah.
So he couldn't utilize that. Normal summon effect negated with Valor. I'm like, ugh, of course you had it. Linked one into Sea Angel. Chainlink 1 Sea Angel, Chainlink 2 Blue Slug.
Yeah.
He goes Chainlink 3 Appaloosa negate the Blue Tang. Chainlink 4 Valor.
Yeah.
I'm like, the man has everything. Oh my God. I don't have a Spring Girl. I don't have a Seahorse. I don't have any other way to play.
Which is less than ideal.
Yeah. I enter battle, swing over Appaloosa because it's at like 800 attack now.
Yeah.
And pass, and he just goes... He has no cards in hand. Draw, normal summon diameter. You got it. He just top decked full combo. I'm like, you got it. Good game, dude. He gets me, by the way, both times via update jammer into access code. Because that's what the deck does. It's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I drop from there.
So, overall, I had a good time.
Mm-hmm. So did I.
I wish that we had known that was going to happen before we went.
Yeah.
But on the way back...
Yo, this is also my first time in a long time where my round one wasn't Flew Under Ease.
Yeah, that's an insane thing to say.
And it's Hero.
Yeah. So, overall, I had a good time. The way back was really, really rough because of how little sleep we had.
Yeah, but we did it. We made it.
Yeah, we made it safely. I had to pull over and dunk a bottle of water on my head. Like an ice cold bottle of water out the ice chest.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We got there. I think, though, that we should go ahead and try to move on and get to our next topic.
Heck yeah, new cards.
Because we spent about twice the amount of time on that we meant to.
Yeah.
So... first off, let's talk about the OTS Tournament Pack 2022. So they have announced the next OTS pack, and all we know for certain at the moment is the description, which is thrust into action with OTS 2020 or OTS Pack 22, introducing 3 new Ultimate Rare cards, including Branded Fusion. Summon your fusion monsters with Flare and keep an eye out for more cards that work with Fallen of Albaz in Cyberstorm Access. The Despia branded strategy has many cards available in high rarity, and now you can upgrade the integral part of the deck as well. Get ready to bling out your deck and collect the new Ultimate Rares in OTS 22. So, we don't know the exact set size yet.
Yeah.
But we know that it is launching on July 19th.
Yeah, and we also know that that one of the ultis is Branded Fusion, obviously.
Yes.
That's about all we know so far.
And I'm going to be honest, I think one of them is going to be Gigantic Sprite.
Probably.
I'm calling my shot right now.
Yeah.
I'm not even calling my shot. Actually, Jerome McHale, who's one of the lead designers for the game, it was during the YCS LA, and he was on the casting and commentary, and he literally, somebody summoned Gigantic Sprite, and he goes, oh, wow, yeah, is that the ultimate rare Gigantic Sprite? Oh, my goodness, wow, that is really nice looking, you know? And it's like, the card doesn't have an ultimate rare yet.
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, leaks, brother, leaks.
And it's late that he can just go, oh, my mistake. I was commenting on it because I didn't think it had an ulti.
Yeah. So, next, let's go ahead and start covering cards that we just haven't covered yet because I was in London and then we were busy.
Yeah.
So, first we have Valence Wave Master Phase. This is a continuous trap. And I think everything here is out of Duelist Nexus.
It should. Yeah, I think it is.
Once per
Maybe one card
turn,
isn't.
yeah. Once per turn, if a card in the monster zone moves to another monster zone, you can activate one of these effects. All level 5 or higher Valence monsters you currently control gain 1200 attack. Or send this face-up card from your spell and trap zone to the graveyard. Target one effect monster in your opponent's main monster zone. Place that opponent's monster face-up as a continuous spell in their spell and trap zone in its column. If the zone is occupied, destroy the occupying card. That could be funny.
Yeah. What if the occupying card can't be destroyed by card effects? Or just can't be destroyed?
Then it's not a valid zone that you can move it into, is what I would say.
Yeah, so then what? It would just... The monster just go to the grave, or is
You
it
have
not
to
a
move
valid...
to a different zone. It's not a valid zone to attempt to move it to. You have to attempt to move it to a different one.
But it specifically says you can only move it to the zone in its column. So maybe at that point, it'd just be an invalid target. You just can't target it.
I don't know. It might. That's going to be a Konami rulings thing.
It might also just be a situation where there is no card like that where that could ever come up.
Yeah, I've never seen a card that says a spell trap card that says this card can't be destroyed by card effects.
Yeah.
But if you use one of our other cards later, then it might not be destroyed by card effects. It might be game mechanic.
Oh,
too.
that's true. Destroyed by game mechanic.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next we have Wipeout Trap Hole.
Ooh, Wipeout. Love that. That's a,
Wipeout.
yeah.
Sorry.
All right. So the normal trap. One, when your opponent summons a monster with 1500 or less attack, banish that monster or monsters with 1500 or less attack face down. It's literally a reverse bottomless.
Yeah, where it's not like
1500 or below instead of above, and it banishes it face down instead of face up.
yeah. If you go walking down the street and you fall into a bottomless hole, well, the hole is bottomless. But if you wipe out, it just means like you slipped and fell.
Yeah.
So, all right. Next we have Thestalos, the Shadow Firestorm Monarch. Ooh.
It's cool looking.
Speaking of Thestalos,
Yeah.
level 10 Fire Pyro Effect Monster. So now we're going up into the level 10 Monarchs. It was
6, 8, now 10.
yeah, which makes me wonder if we're gonna get a Monarch
12.
Structure Deck retrain.
Oh yeah, with all the new 10s, maybe even
That'd
like a
be
level, even like a level 12.
Keep in mind, you say with all the new 10s, the original Structure Deck did not have them all in it.
Ooh, fair.
The original Monarch Structure Deck only had Erebus. Erebus-y. Did not have. It had Erebus and Ether, and it had the hands, like the little squires.
Little level
squires.
Level 4 and 2 dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, but it did not have Mithra. Is that it? Mithra and
Oh, maybe.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
it didn't have like Thestalos, the Mega Monarch. It didn't have Ryza.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't have all of those
Yeah.
in it. Anyway, this is a level 10 Fire Pyro Effect Monster, 3000 attack, 1000 defense. You can tribute summon this card by tributing one monster your opponent controls and one tribute summoned monster you control.
It's pretty ballin', actually.
That's awesome. If this card is tribute summoned, you can banish one random card from your opponent's hand. Then if you do, inflict 1000 damage to them. Then, if this card was tribute summoned by tributing a level 8 or higher monster, you can banish one card on the field. And if it is a fire or dark monster card, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original level times 200.
And if you do that...
yeah. I'm waiting for another, and if you do...
Yeah, what on earth? Okay, so... You contribute it with one of your opponent's monsters, burn them, you banish a card from their hand, burn them, then banish a card on the field, burn them again. Possibly.
Yeah, and... like, the whole thing is that it's supposed to be like a fusion of...
Thestalos and Caius.
And I'm just going to say...
It looks like it.
It looks sick.
Yeah.
Card looks just...
dope.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the adjective. All right. Next, we have some Visa Starfrost support.
Yep. First card is Mana Dome Trid. Fairy Fire Tuner Effect Monster, 0 attack, 1500 defense. Level 2. Interesting.
No, not 200, just 0.
Yeah.
Oh, Tuner. You said Tuner.
Yeah, I said
They
tuner.
said 200, like it has 200 attack.
You can only special
Sorry.
summon with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. If you control a Visa Starfrost or a monster with 1500 attack, 2100 defense, the other Visa Starfrosts, like the other forms of them, you can special summon this card from your hand. 2. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon a Mana Dome Tuner from your deck.
Interesting.
Next up, we have Veda Karantha, Dark Warrior, level 8, 2500 attack, 2100 defense. You can only use the first second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If a card on the field is destroyed by a card effect and Visa Starfrost is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can add 1 Clear New World from your deck or graveyard to your hand. 2. If another monster in your possession is destroyed by a card effect, you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. And if you do, this card gains attack equal to the original that monster's original attack until the end of the turn. Weird.
All right, next we have Visas Amritara. Light Warrior Synchro Tuner. Effect monster. Level 8, 2500 attack, 2100 defense.
Synchro Tuner.
Interesting. One tuners. 1 plus tuners.
One or more tuners.
One or more tuners, and then 1 light monster. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. 1, this card's name becomes Visa Starfrost while in the monster zone. 2, if this card is synchro summoned, you can add 1 spell trap that mentions Visa Starfrost from your deck to your hand. 3, during your main phase, you can destroy 1 monster you control. Also, for the rest of this turn, all synchro monsters you control will gain 800 attack.
Weird. Next up is the Worlds as One normal spell. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Activate 1 of these effects. Special summon a monster with 1500 attack, 2100 defense from your graveyard, or shuffle 5 of your monsters that are banished face up on your field and or in your graveyard into the deck of Visa Starfrost and 4 monster of 1500 attack, 2100 defense. And if you do, summon a Visa Synchro monster from your extra deck. It is treated as a synchro summon.
Okay. What are the 4 planets?
Wraithsoth. I am picturing the artwork for the Scareclaw one, but the name is escaping me.
Can you tell me the 4 archetypes?
Yeah, it's Scareclaw, Tearlament, Kashtira, and then Manadome.
No, Manadome is not the last one.
No, it's the new one.
No. We already had 4.
Yeah. Manadome is the 5th one.
No.
Yeah, Manadome is...
No, it's not.
No. I'm saying it's the new... Because there was 4 before. Manadome is number 5.
No, it's not. The next card is number 5.
Oh, you're talking about the worlds, not the archetypes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be the Manadome's planet.
Okay, so...
Yeah, we have the Scareclaw planet, Tearlament...
Which is Wraithoth.
No, that's Kashtira.
Okay, so it's Kashtira, one is Wraithoth.
Yeah.
Then you have the Scareclaw one, which is Reichphobia.
Yeah. And then Tearlament's Paralino.
And then Therion.
Therion is part of the archetype?
Yeah, Therion is part of the story.
I thought Therion was part of the Spriggan's archetype. Or not the archetype, but like part of the Spriggan's
lore?
Albaz. Yeah, Albaz lore.
It is. All is connected.
What's the Visas for them?
The Therion Disc Coliseum?
No, like who's their form of Visa Starfrost?
What are you talking about?
Because the 4 archetypes all have their form of Visa Starfrost with 1500 attack, 2100 defense. There's Visa Starfrost, Riseheart, and I don't remember what it is for Scareclaw and Tearlament. Where they have like a little level 4 dude with 1500 attack, 2100 defense that do their thing. You know what I mean?
I guess. So, okay.
Unless we're both missing two different keys here.
Okay, so permanent planet Reichphobia.
Yeah.
Each field spell uses this motif. Okay, hold on. Reichphobia is the first one.
Yeah.
Then Paralino, the second one.
Which is Tearlament.
Third one is... okay, I don't know them all. I thought...
What was the third one?
I thought Therion... Well, it was Paralino.
Was the third one?
Hold on. First is Reichphobia,
Yeah.
then Paralino,
And then
Then it would be Then it would be
Reichphobia?
no. First was Reichphobia. Second is Paralino.
Yeah.
Raysoth.
Raysoth. So this is the 4th planet.
Yes, which makes me wonder if there's another one that we're not talking about, which would be in Syak.
Syak?
Cyberstorm Access.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. So Manodome is the 4th archetype. Yeah, because
No, this is from Duelist Nexus, which is after Syak.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because Scareclaws were links.
Manodome is already in this one?
Yeah.
So Manodome is from Syak.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just they got another card. Okay, so it's Scareclaw at Link, Tearlament at Fusion, Kashtira at Ixie. So there's Manodome, the Synchro archetype.
Okay, so Manodome Hearless and Manodome Meek depict orbs on a tree.
Yeah. And the planet is the tree itself. I remember.
And each of the orbs depicts the different worlds. So one orb shows Reichphobia, and one world one orb shows Paralino.
It's Yggdrasil. Weird.
And Manodome Ruimheart is the one that observes these worlds.
Oh, okay.
And Ruimheart has 1500 attack.
2100 defense.
Yes.
Yeah, he used the Visa Starfrost.
Yes. And it is in depth and weird.
Yeah, it's very funky.
And my alarm went away, so I don't know how much time we have.
All right. So real quick, let me just read.
About 5 minutes at most.
Yeah. Okay. So the worlds is 1 normal spell. You can only activate 1 card with the same. Oh, we already read this one. Yeah. So the next one would be.
I want to read the planet.
Okay.
All right. Next we have Pristine Planets, Amritara. So, the world as 1 is a picture of like Visas combining all the worlds.
Yeah.
And then you have this, which is instead of primitive planet, it's pristine planets.
He's doing it to create Visas Amritara.
Yes. You activate this card only if you control Visa Starfrost. Once per turn, if a monster or monsters you control is destroyed by battle or a card effect and sent to the graveyard or banished, you can activate one of these effects. This is a field spell. 1. Special summon one of them in defense position. 2. 1 tuner on the field against attack equals a half the attack of one of them. 3. Shuffle one of them into the deck, and if you do, draw 1 card. 4. Shuffle this card into the deck, and if you do, add 1 field spell from your graveyard to your hand.
Oh, so you can sit there and recycle your other planets.
Yes.
Next up, we have a normal trap, New World Formation. Normal trap. You can only use the first, second effect of this card's name each once per turn. 1. Target a spell trap that mentions Visa Starfrost in your graveyard. Set it. And if it is a trap or quick play spell, you can activate it this turn.
Ooh.
2. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target 3 spell traps that mention Visa Starfrost in your graveyard, except New World Formation. Shuffle them back into the deck.
All right.
Lastly, we have New World Full of Stars. I like the artwork. Shows like Visa Starfrost in his new form.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Like,
I'm really digging these.
Like
this
talking
lore.
down to his other 3, his Scareclaw, Kashtira, and Tearlament forms.
Yeah.
Which is neat. Continuous trap. You can only use the second effect once per turn. The first time each of your monsters will be destroyed by a battle while you control a Visa Starfrost, they are not. 2. During your end phase, if you control a Visa Starfrost, target 1 monster in your graveyard, shuffle into the deck. Or if you control a tuner synchro monster, add it to your hand instead. Interesting.
All right, next we have. Did I just exit out of it? Is it?
It's
potato.
Yeah, it's Mystic Potato.
All right, Mystic Potato, which is this is the V Jump promo. We've talked about it before. Level 4, 1400 attack, 1100 defense.
We have its effect now, basically.
Yeah. If this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 dark monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in defense position, except Mystic Tomato.
This can summon Mystic Tomato.
Oh, except Mystic Potato.
Yeah, this thing can summon Mystic Tomato too.
Yes, it can. All right, and next we have the Corrupted Gem of Rebellion, Snake Eye. So, this is a normal spell card, also to be released in Dune Duelist Nexus. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. 1. Target 1 face-up monster on the field. Place it face-up in its owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spell.
What?
So, theoretically...
Wait.
If you put Yazi in your opponent's spell trap zone...
Well, they're Yazi.
Yeah, they're Yazi.
Mm-hmm.
And then use that other card from earlier to try to move something back into the Yahtzee zone.
Can Yahtzee not be? Well, no, because.
No, it just can't be targeted by your opponent's card effects.
Yeah, it's not. It's being targeted there. But also, I think monsters lose their monster effects when they're spell traps.
Are they? Do they?
Because that's why pendulum monsters don't get their monster effects while they're in the pendulum zone.
Yeah, but pendulum cards are different.
That's fair. Like I'm 99. However, this.
I mean, what about the crystal beasts? Some of them have like effects that trigger when they're on the field.
Yeah, but they don't get them while they're in the spell trap zone.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. None of their effects trigger when they're in spell trap zone. The nearest, like, Ruby Carbuncle and Cobalt and Sapphire Pegasus activate on summon. Tortoise just lets you ignition, switch attack and defense position, which he can't activate on the spell trap zone. Topaz Tiger buffs his own attack. Amber Mammoth does piercing, I think.
How do you know this?
There was a short time where I had most of the deck.
Yeah, but like, how do you just remember all of this? Okay.
Oh, this does bring up something hilarious that if your opponent makes like something like a Mirror Jade that says you can only control one copy of it and then you put it in the spell trap zone, it doesn't get its effect off anymore, and they can't summon another one because they control that one.
Yeah.
Still hilarious.
Okay, wow, we are gonna have a great. Oh, yo, do you want to do all these cards on the next episode?
We did skip one of. Yeah,
No,
we'll
we
do those
didn't.
next episode, but we do have one more one.
No,
of.
we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
What did we skip?
Sleipnir, the Runic Mane.
Oh, I accidentally exited out of that one.
Yeah. Okay, I'll read it then.
Okay.
Level 9 Light Beast Fusion, 1500 attack, 1500 defense. Materials, 2 runic monsters. Never going to happen. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. During your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, quick effect: target a face-up monster they control, banish it, and this card until the end phase, so they can come back later.
Yes.
2. If your opponent adds a card or cards from the deck to the hand, special summon a runic token. Fairy, Light, level 4, 1500 attack, 1500 defense in attack position.
Hey, yo.
They get free tokens.
Overall, I think Sleipnir is like fine. It'll just enable an even more combo-centric version of the runic deck.
Definitely.
And it tells me that they could absolutely limit or semi-limit Runic Fountain on the upcoming list and not be too concerned about it, because it still lets Runic have a pretty fair way to still do some combos.
Yeah, it lets the deck function.
Yeah.
Because that'd be like...
It lets it roll as more of an engine.
True, that's fair.
So.
It also allows for more like generic synchros and like the Naturia variant too.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Let's read our Patreon names.
All right, so a huge thank you, of course, to all of our wonderful patrons. And if you want your patron name read out on the podcast, all you have to do is go ahead and check out our Patreon. It is only $1 a month to get your name read out, very low cost. And also, you can also get every episode, the audio version of every episode, the night before, so about 12 hours early. And
I try to get it out by 8 as best I can.
Yep. And then also, you're also gonna get an extra episode every week.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said, let's go ahead and thank, of course, topping locals with Numeron and never showing your face again. Cam Yang, Kane Martin, Zyphorus, Blackwing, Silverwing the Ascendant is the best Floodgate. Cards, Goetia, Dark Magician, the 1980s Fighty Man, do indeed cast Falcon Punch. Earth Machine, Best Tech, Epi, has anyone actually read Toy Vendor, HGH Cyber? I am McLincoln. If all you have is a Cosmic, every problem looks like a Floodgate. Monstertron, Mountain Man, Oatmeal Spaghetti, Owen Alvarado, Silver Hope, Unbanned Number 95, Konami, Understanding and Reading are two different things. Virtually Saviors World, Rogue, and Tier 2 are the polite terms for bad deck. Aaron Gardner, Asami, Ashless Chaps, Atsuya, Simba the Silver Castle, Box Wine, come on and get your game on. Duty Booty, Dragon Maidenless Behavior, Dragon Maid Stunzeed. I'm about to Rika Glamour Tribute for Cross D's planting nuts in your mouth. Cam, the Hockey Walkie Slush Mixer, Old Man Red, Pin Code 143, Slaking it up, and Valent Tojo Mama, thank you all again for your continued support of the podcast. Thank you again to all of our wonderful sponsors, and until next time, have a great week, everybody.
Take care, everyone.